Welcome to this channel where we discuss about personal growth and personal financial success. Today, we are going to discuss about debt, how to manage debt, and how debt can affect you, and how to avoid debt altogether. Welcome.
So what is debt? Yeah, it's money that you owe a person, and you owing the person, you're the borrower, and the person who has lent you the money is the lender. You can call them creditors. So debts are usually taken to enable the borrower to afford to purchase things that they cannot purchase if they were to pay upfront. So to some extent, debt is necessary. And debt has to be repaid with some additional money called the interest. So if you were to borrow 10,000, it's not expected that you return the 10,000 flat. You'll be charged some percentage, maybe 100 on top, so that the 100 shillings is the interest. So debts can be in many different forms. You can have credit cards. It could be a mortgage. It could be a college education loan. It can be secured debt, whereby you're using a collateral. You borrow money against what you own, so that in case you're not able to pay, that asset will be taken over by the lender or the creditor. You can still have unsecured loans. Mostly I see this one being offered to people who are salaried, because they are assuming they are taking that risk that you're going to get your salary next month and the months to come. So they're willing to take that risk. And of course, that risk is usually taken care of in the interest portion. You find that unsecured loans are more expensive than secured loans. Yeah, so I mean, debt is an obligation and it must be settled by the borrower. So for that reason, it is like a burden. It's a burden to the borrower, and as long as it's not been paid, it will remain. There is no way the borrower will have peace of mind. It will keep on nagging them. Mostly, most of the borrowers will be nagged by having a debt. So because of that, it holds the borrower down. You're not able to move. You find that you cannot do anything else as long as you know you have a debt. So as we come to realize later, it's not the case for all the borrowers. It depends with the personality. It depends with what that person is going through mentally. For the debt to hold someone down, you'll find some people will try and ignore the fact that they have a debt, so that they can just a survival mechanism, having suffered mentally because of such taking huge debts, and they're not able to pay. Yeah. So debt is not a math problem, actually. It's a habit. It's just a habit. And you'll find that you're not able to pay your debt because of that's your habit, basically. Yeah. Or you find that you're not motivated. So if you're not motivated, you find that you're missing out on your debt payments, and you're lagging behind, and the interest keeps on growing, and it will keep on affecting you. Or you find that you have really purpose to pay that debt, but because of other things, your personality and all the circumstances surrounding you, you're not able to maintain that behavior. You need some motivation to keep you paying. So it's not about the amount of debt. It's about your attitude and your behavior towards the repayment of that debt. It has been seen that debt has contributed to mental health issues such as denial. You find that you're in denial that you're in debt. So this one can be manifested in the form of underestimating how much you owe. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to answer phone calls from your creditors because you know they are calling to remind you what you owe them. Leaving bills unopened, or just stuffing those bills in the drawer. You're trying to really deny that you owe people. You find that you have maxed your credit card, and instead of paying, you go and take a new credit card, maybe with a different bank account or with a different bank from the one you bank with. But nowadays, credit cards are being peddled left, right, and center. So you find that you max out your credit card, you go and take another one. So that's a form of denial. Or you tell yourself that everyone is in the same situation, so you're not any different, and you're not taking any efforts to clear off that debt. Another thing that, another mental issue that can come up when you have debt is stress. You find that you lack sleep. When you think about that debt, there's lack of sleep, there's loss of focus, and you're always having this nagging worry that I might not be able to settle my debt. You find that sometimes debt can bring anxiety. Anytime you think of debt, you get rapid heartbeats, shortness of breath. Sometimes you have a dry mouth. You have headaches. You can even start having some shakes, some tremors, yeah? Just at the thought of the fact that you owe someone something. Another issue that you can get is anger. In the financial world, this sides of the financial world, you find that this anger has been baptized the name debt anger syndrome. So you find that you're just angry at everyone. You're angry at those creditors for asking for their money, sending you the reminders. You're just angry at them. You're angry at your spouse for not making enough money to help you pay these debts. You're mad at your children for asking for their needs. They need to be taken to school, they need to be taken out. And you get angry at all those people. You're angry at yourself for having brought yourself into such a fix in the first place. So you can see how debt can be so serious. Other than that, debt can bring you depression. Because of debt, you find that you have some hopelessness. You feel like your self-esteem it just plummets, and because of that, you feel like you really want to improve on your mood, and you might, instead of paying the debt, you can sink deeper into debt by trying to go on a shopping spree, going on a mental getaway, just to improve the feelings that you're getting from the fact that you owe people. So other than mental health, debt can also impact negatively on your physical health. Yeah. So you find because of all those mental issues, physically you can get higher blood pressure. You can suffer from issues to do with diabetes. You find that people, because of stress and anxiety and all that, their memory might get impaired. So ideally, because of this, you expect that the best thing is just to avoid debt. That is the ideal situation. You're supposed just to avoid debt altogether if you want to save yourself from all such issues, all those baggages that come with debt. But how many of us have survived without debt? Yeah, they've never taken debt in their lives. I would really be interested to know. You can just put it in the chat there. I would like to know who hasn't taken a loan so far or is not servicing any loan. So if you find yourself, and I think majority of us, they find ourselves in debt. Yeah. So, you can't avoid it. And that's where debt management sets in. We know the best thing is just to try and, face that debt head on, try and come up with a plan to pay it off. So how do you avoid debt? Yeah, you have to track your expenses so that you're able to tell where you're overspending. You have to live frugally. Try and see how best you can. You can get something at the best bargain, shop smart and all that. You need to do budgeting so that you prioritize, so that you don't go buying things that are not essential, things that you don't need, you'll never even use, just because you have money. And that way you'll avoid overspending and going beyond your income. Some of these things that make us take a loan are things which are unforeseen. They are emergencies that come up, and you find that the money that you have somewhere is very, very little, or you don't even have some money for emergency as an emergency fund. So you end up taking a loan. So the best way is just to start building an emergency fund.
If you're new in this channel, please subscribe, like this video, and share it widely. For the returning subscribers, we want to thank you for your support on having brought us to this level. Thank you.